All right, good afternoon. We are ready to get started. It is 7:30. Checking the time over there. And I'm really excited about this topic because I really want to help people just really take off. I think that as a leader in business and anyone who's ever taken on that position, we always know that in the beginning, people just don't exactly know what to do at the beginning. So they're just wondering, like, you know, am I going to be able to succeed? Am I going to be able to take my business to the next level? Will I be able to get to that top position? Because people are always looking up at the top and saying, am I going to get there? And I don't know that that's the best way to start anything. I think in reality, we've got to stick to the mindset that you've got to get started, right? And not only do you got to get started, you've also got to start learning, and in the process, you want to start growing. So I would say don't make your mindset up only on, am I going to get to the top? May I not get to the top? So I want to say welcome to everyone as we're getting people logging in. Hello, welcome, Carlos. Welcome, Alejandra. As I'm getting started, I started right on time. I'm getting ready to just turn on our PowerPoint. And so again, the topic tonight is first steps to starting your business, okay? So the awesome thing about a business like Enagic, you all know, is that when you purchase a product, you're basically already a part of the business. So that's my favorite part. That's a huge benefit for us. And I think for anyone who is in another business, you've got to ask yourself, like, how much investment am I going to be making long term? That's something that in Enagic, it's a benefit for us. All we've got to do is one investment, one machine, and you are forever a part of Enagic. Okay, so doing some research is actually not even part of my presentation. So funny enough, because that's definitely something that along the way people find out. I don't think it's a first step. One of the things about starting people's business, and I was mentioning earlier, is that we start with like looking up. Am I going to get to the top? So let's go ahead and dive right in. My name's Stephanie Contreras. Again, we are on Zoom. I'm allowing people to come on and be live as I share these presentations. And tonight is just a special night because, like I mentioned, it is important to start off on the right foot. It is important to also begin to believe in yourself. And so my number one tip, I guess, or number one step would be get committed, right? If you're going to start anything, literally, you've got to ask yourself, is there some fear inside of me of like, will I make it? Is it possible for me? You've got to ask yourself that and start to deal with that, because there's a lot of internal things that start to happen when people join a business. Is it for me? Can I represent this company? You're going to start asking yourself a lot of things. And I would have a conversation with someone at the top. I would ask as many people as possible. Like I said, yes, do your research. But once you get committed, ask yourself if there's any fear, if there's any discouragement, because without true commitment, you're just checking it out. And even when you don't even have results yet, it's like you're still just checking it out. There's got to be a goal in place, like a 3 sales in 90 days type of goal, right? To where you're committed and you're going to do whatever it takes to literally break through, because we all have it in us to break through. Okay. I had to, in November, in order to make a bonus, I had to make, technically, to complete my full bonus, I needed 12 sales. Okay. And because I committed, I literally did it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you've literally got to commit. Like, it's almost like life and death, literally. Right. And I think it's when we learn to commit at that level that anything, whether it's Enagic, whether it's, doing a flip project, right? Or doing anything really in life, once you fully commit and you give yourself your first goal, something that's reachable, right? Don't go for that big goal. I'm going to make 100 sales in the first month. If you've never done sales before, I don't recommend you to go that high, because it's going to discourage you in the process if there aren't wins. So, 3 sales in 90 days, you can do a sale every month, one sale every 30 days. And the goal would be to just simply focus on that sale every month, right? And yes, you can have either like short-term goals, like I'm going to make a sale within my first week, or I'm going to make a sale within my first month, or I'm just even going to make one sale within 90 days, right? It really is going to depend on how much you commit, and we're going to talk about that. So decide how much time you're going to dedicate in the first 90 days. And this is really important because there is levels to your commitment. And this is what you got to ask yourself. How committed am I to this business? Like right now, I can tell you that I outsource some of my time. So I do make sure that we're getting water at least 4 to 5 times a week. Then I'm also doing these trainings for those that are already in the business. Alejandra, thank you. I know you've been here since the beginning, so I see that commitment. And this is going to be maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes today. So that's another hour, right? So let's say if those 5 people that I shared water with, let's say for 1 hour, I share the water, and for 2 more hours, I'm actually delivering that water. That's only 3 hours plus the hour here. And then Enagic is actually going to have an event on Saturday. That one, I believe, is from 10 to 3 or 10 to 4. I'm going to give it to you at 4. That's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 hours. Even if you only did Saturday, 5 water shares, and I'm counting 3 hours, okay? So you got 6 plus 9 plus the hour. I'll give you the full hour tonight. That's only 10 hours. And what does that tell me is that you're barely going to check it out. Oh, I put 10 years. I'm so sorry. I am going to literally change that because that's not 10 years here. My bad. This is literally, I create these for you guys, okay, from scratch. So literally 10 hours. What would it look like if you did it 20 hours? Okay, maybe you went to one event. Maybe literally it's like hard to do it 20 hours straight, okay? And so if we're counting 5 people is 3 hours of water sharing. If you did 10 people, you're doing 6 hours of water sharing. If you do 15 people, you're doing 9 hours of water sharing. Okay, I mean, at that point, you're gonna need maybe an hour with your coach, and then I'll give you another hour with your coach within the week. So then that's 11. Okay, we've only got 11. And then that's literally like, it's, you've got to ask yourself, am I even sharing with 15 people? Right? So this is why I ask, really check your commitment level, because all out massive action would be like you're doing it full time and time and a half and overtime, and you're finding a demo a day that you can go to, and you're actually bringing people. And maybe you're spending, look, we did 15 gallons. So 15 people that you're sharing water with is 9 hours. Okay. Then if you did maybe one-on-ones, it's demo time. You did 2 hours per demo. You can afford to do at least 4 demos a week and still only be 20 hours in. That's 4 demos a week. Okay. So if we start to put this into perspective, it's why we're not seeing results. Okay. Results are going to come when you're putting in that time to do the demos, when you're actually taking, I'm actually going to put what it is to even give water, because there's, what are those, Carlos, I'm going to ask you to mute. What do you call them? The KPIs, key performance indicators. I actually got it down. And so we're going to talk about that at the end a little bit too. So let's go on to the next slide. Let's keep looking here. But again, I mentioned it on the first slide, but writing down your goals. Write your goals and share them with your leader, okay? I think this is important, because if you want someone to keep you accountable, who better than the person that can help you and take you to the finish line, right? And at least help you cross over, okay? Ask them to help you create a plan to achieve your goals, really creating a strategy. Like I said, okay, so let's start with how many hours are we going to commit? How many hours do you even have in the time of your day? Can you afford these hours? And this is why you want to analyze your life, where you are emotionally, financially, and spiritually. And does starting a business make sense? because you got to ask yourself, okay, I'm going to go back to that slide. If you did something part-time, how much can you really expect? And if you did some, like you're trying, and this is awesome because you can build this part-time until you build to full-time, right? But are we even doing those part-time hours? Are we even doing barely going to check it out 10 hours a week? Because maybe one week we're doing 2 hours and then the next week we're doing 0. Maybe the next week we talk about it for not even an hour and that's all we did all week. And then your month looks like you did 10 hours, which is what you can, which is really showing our level of commitment. So I really hope this checks our time, like what we're doing with our time, what we're doing with our life, what we're doing with this business, because there's a lot of money to be made here. And that's another reason why you got to find out how your company structure for compensation works. So with Enagic, our 8-point system, being a 682 and a -2 and a -3 and learning how much can I actually make here and get excited about the potential. And if you don't see the potential, then you should really reconsider as soon as possible. Now set a realistic financial goal, because if you're only putting in 10 hours a month, how much do you truly expect to make? Right? And in reality, I love it because I know that it takes time to start making money and get off the ground, but how much would you pay? How much have you invested to even grow yourself? And when you see the growth and Enagic is what's challenging you, I mean, there's no price for that. So you're really getting more than even just the financial gain. But I would say, look, be realistic. You can't do things for free. You can't continue to share for free. You can't just continue to invest. There's got to be a goal. I want my first sale in the next 30 days. And no matter what I do, I'm going to talk to everyone. And this is exactly when you're going to have those hard conversations. Are you ready to buy your machine? What can I do? How can I help you? Do we need to start a Cundina? I was thinking about it. I'm like, if you got 5 people together who could give you $200 every 2 weeks, right? And you wanted these people to, all 5 of them, buy a machine, in 10 weeks, you would have 5 machines sold. And that's in a long time. That, let's say you did it once a week. In 5 weeks, you can have 5 machines sold. If people did a Cundina with $200 and passed around that $200 every week. Let's get creative. Let's build a team around people being able to get their machines. I mean, that's really, if you're trying to break through, you're going to get creative. Creative is part of being realistic. Like, it's not going to show up on your doorstep. So you got to go out there and seek it, at least in the beginning. Don't get me wrong. This type of business, once you build it, once people know, those seeds that you've planted, they're going to come back and flourish. I promise you. It's happened for me. Now, share your goals with your leader and just pull on them. Like, hey, really keep me accountable because I want to make this happen. Now, number 3, share it with everyone. Everyone. Share. Write down how you got introduced to the business. Now, share what with everyone? Share the fact that you're in this business with everyone. That's what oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm just going to check if there's anyone else in the waiting room. No waiting room people. Okay. So what I mean by share it is, or share with everyone, is share that you've started a new business. Okay. And let people think what they're going to think. They need to understand that you're in this new light, right? That you're starting a business and that it's a new you. They're going to be like, you starting a business? Are you again doing that kind of business? Whatever light it's in, let everybody know. Don't have fear. Don't have walls, because that's a sure way to fail. Okay. If they don't know, they're going to hear it from somebody else, and either way they're going to talk. You might as well have them confront you about it and say, oh, again, you're doing that again. Yes, I'm not giving up. I want freedom. Set that goal for freedom, financial freedom. If that's what you're setting your goal to be, hold on to it, grip onto it. It's possible. Now, write down how you got introduced to the product and the business. Learn this as your script. People want to talk about the science because, like myself, I got down the science, but it took me 2 years to even choose to be an Enagic. This is why I tell you, step number 1, commit. Took me 2 years, but I wanted to be crazy and talk about the science, and I loved it. Now, that doesn't have to be you. You can simply get started by introducing the product and the business by simply telling them how you got introduced to it. Be excited. Oh, I'm starting something new. I'm starting a business. Found this product. Now, write down 3 reasons why you chose the product or business. And so, like, what are some of these reasons? Well, it's a health product. You believe in the industry, right? You like network marketing, or you wanted to learn a new skill. You wanted to learn to sell, right? Something in the business, something because of the product. And number 3, you saw that you didn't have to build it by yourself, or you saw the ease of simply investing in a product that even if you failed, you didn't lose because the product is so great. Find 3 reasons and simply share. And you can have like 10 reasons, and you have more to share, and then you have more excitement. But if you write these down and really like have it be like a self-talk and a self-train, like a training for yourself, that's just really a great opportunity for you to be a little bit more practiced. Like I said, that's why learn this as your script. You don't got to talk about all the demo stuff. For that, find 3 videos on YouTube that you can forward to all the people you share with. You don't even have to be the one to share the demo. Just send the videos and say, look, I don't know how to do this. I like the product. I'm going to give you some water, but here's this video. Check it out. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to set myself free. I want to have an opportunity aside from my job. I'm making new friends. I'm seeing the opportunity to be excited about something new. I mean, find reasons and share that. You don't have to share and how the molecular structure and it's going to hydrate you 6 times more than regular water. Bring the expert, bring your leader to do that for you. Now, learn to sell by telling them that you want them to support you if they are willing and able to. Sell yourself. Get away from selling the product if you don't know how. Tell them, look, I know if it's a parent, if it's a grandma, if it's a grandparent, tell them, hey, look, I paid for my own education. At least buy me a machine. I want this for you. If not, I would even buy it for you, but invest in me by buying this machine. I promise you, you don't have to sell them. I'll even help you build your business a bit for the beginning, and you'll see if you like it. I mean, there's so many things that if you just focus on having people support you, rather than actually trying to sell them the product, it might actually work. Okay. Now share a post on all of your social media platforms. Let people know I'm joining up with this company. I've made my decision. I've checked it out. The research that I found shows that this water is really great. Do your own research. Here's a link. Go to enagic.com. But let people know how to get to the right resources if they are going to check it out. Okay. Now get some results and reinvest. Right? I'm sure you're thinking, what does this have to do with me getting started? Well, get committed to getting some results. I'm sorry about the background noise with the dogs, but we're having a Christmas party, so I had them up right here next to me. My bad. But back on track. So get some results and reinvest. So your first check is always a powerful testimony. When you receive that first check, it's like literally mind-blowing because you're like, this works. And it all becomes so real because I'm going to say, use it to like even do something for yourself. I put here, use it to please yourself somehow. New nails, a haircut, and realize the potential. I was listening to a YouTuber who said that he made his first $9 on YouTube. And he said, I literally was like, I can get a coffee with this, and he got excited about his first $9. Okay. And now he's making millions off of YouTube, right? But if you get excited even about that small amount and you see it possible, now you just got to ask yourself, how can I scale this? Because you're not supposed to be in business by yourself. This is really about building a team. And it's not an easy thing to do. You've got to just break through the noise. Check it out. This should be like fully packed, and it's not. But we'll get to the point where it's literally going to be fully packed. And I'm not even concerned because it will get there. These trainings are now being posted on YouTube. They're not a waste of time. I know that whenever somebody needs training, they're going to be able to click and be able to get trained. Now, when you get some results, train harder, book a training, find a way to check out the business opportunity in a larger scale. I would say go and check it out bigger. Go to an event like Saturday. Go see who's showing up. Go meet the staff. Get related to the company. This is all first steps. Reinvest, reinvest, reinvest. Because when you give to something, you're going to get something back. So if you check it out, you'll find something, and hopefully you find nothing but great things. Now, take off and don't quit. Once you make that first sale, this is literally all about your first sale. Now, if you can do one sale, you can do 100 sales. You've literally got to tell your mind, if I could do one sale, I can do 100 sales. Now, it's all about sharing with more people. So you can't stop opening your mouth. You can't stop doing the trainings, going to the trainings, talking to the people. It's literally like once you figure out the formula of doing one, it doesn't change. Now you just got to help other people learn how to get their one and have that multiply, that process. Now, find creative ways to meet people. I've met people through Landmark. I've met people through bodybuilding. I've gotten known through those avenues. Live your life and build your hobbies. I've always said this. This is a fun business if you realize that you're just meant to be living your life and having a good life. Again, enjoy the process and then learn and study. That's like step number 5. It's not even like, hey, the first step, do it without any knowledge, because it's literally possible. Now, mostly, lose the fear of talking and sharing with people, because we're not talking to enough people. That's exactly why we're not getting the results we want. We're not actually sharing with them this business that I'm pursuing. I've committed to it, but I haven't been able to break through, or I've only gotten 2 sales. I've only gotten 3 sales. It's possible. You've just got to do more. Now, practical things to do for Kangen, specifically for Enagic. Write a list of 10, 20, 30, or even 50 people and ask them if they could try out some of the new water from the product that you discovered. I called this the hook, okay? Write a list and go and start calling. The writing the list is part of this process, but you've got to make sure you're picking up the phone, connecting with people, letting them know, I've got a product, I want to share it with you. Will you try it? It's new to me. I don't really know too much about it. If you like, here are some videos. Stop trying to be the expert when you're new. You're not the expert. Be new and enjoy that process of being new. Deliver the water. I know some people say, come, let them pick it up. Look, you're starting the business, not them. You want to let them know that you're starting that business? Go to them. And let them know that you will follow up and ask their experience and if they will allow you to do a demonstration. This is, again, number 1 was the hook, so that you can invite yourself into their life or invite them to come to a demonstration. First, give, that way you can get something back, which is their time for that demonstration. Now, perform the demonstration or have your leader help you, right? This is where in that time between the hook and the invite, you want to make sure that you're studying, right? Or have your leader come, do the demo, and as your leader's coming, make sure that you're taking notes, okay? And sorry, I messed up here. It's meant to be one little apostrophe. But make sure you're taking notes so that you can do the demos in the future too. Don't make your leader do all the work, because eventually that leader's going to tell you, go do your own work. This is about duplication. It's not about your leader doing all the work forever, okay? Now ask them if they would be interested in buying their machine. Listen, it's a question. They could say no, but if you never ask, they'll never say yes. I know it sometimes works. You want them to beg you to buy. That's nice. But sometimes you got to pick up the phone and say, hey, I know you tried the water. You liked the water. You gave me the opportunity to see the demo. You said you wanted to think about it. What have you thought? Is it time for you to buy your machine? And then ask for referrals. This is the anchor. You want to anchor them. You want to get some of their referrals. They know people. Everybody knows people who drink water. And so these are simple steps. They're not your ideal, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what we're expecting when we're new, to be honest, but it never changes. I'm still doing these same steps. And it's like I'm a beginner all over again. I'm still building. I'm still seeking leaders. I'm still doing everything that I can, but I've seen the potential. I've seen the money, guys. It's real. And I'll just be sharing more soon about how much I've been able to make in this last month of November when I did get that bonus. And I've made several bonuses with Enagic, so I'm really, really grateful. That was it for my presentation. So I'm really just going to stop sharing here. And if there is any questions, I would love to answer questions, but I wanted to make this simple, easy. I want this video to literally go viral with our new people. I know they need it. I know they need some support. And there is new people jumping on, and they haven't even been able to make it here, but when your new leader jumps on, this video is going to be available for them so that they can listen. So thank you guys who joined tonight. If there is any questions, feel free. I am going to end the Zoom. I'm going to end the video, but check out some of our other videos. And there's mindset training. There's just different kinds of trainings to really get you started. So if there's any other topics that you guys are interested in, please let me know. There's also, you're welcome, Liz. There's also trainings on how to best do your prospecting, how to keep the demonstration alive. You can look through all of my videos and make sure you also know where you are to know where you're going. If you're just a user and an introducer, just know the steps to becoming an Enagic distributor. There's a video that's called the 7 stages of the Enagic distributor. There's so much to learn to have you to get vision, but make sure you're doing the back work of actually feeding your mind. That way you can pull out of yourself some goals and get started on your all-out massive action. So thank you guys again. I am going to stop the recording and end this video now.